everyone wants to retire early, but they forget that there is a certain amount of patience required. You shouldn't time the market, but you should rather spend time in the market. So how do you achieve that mindset shift, Sai?
So achieving that mindset shift, as you said, many of the people want to go NASCAR driving before they even learn how to control the pedal, accelerator, and brake. Before they even learn that, they want to go NASCAR driving full speed ahead with their investment strategies. So I guess that is the wrong approach. And as I mentioned earlier, that's kind of been the social media. And I always say social media explains only half of the story. Other half is hidden. And the mindset shift will generally come across, when the established players of the market are educating and spreading the information more. Because as much as we see the glory, it's not just investing. As much as we see the glory in each and every field, in terms of startup also, many people see the unicorn status, the glamorous lives on social medias, but that isn't really not many people see, how many hours of sleep is lost over there, how much stress the person has been taking, how much time he has been, spending on fundraising, paying employee salaries. There are a lot of stuff. There are a lot of components that come over there. So there are similar amount of components that come into investing capital, you know, and trying to. So I guess the first of all, the younger generation needs to see that, before making 2x or 3x, first they need to focus on, let's try to minimize the losses in the first investing. Okay, I'm not going to ask
Hmm.
anyone to generate a profit, but how can I not lose a lot of money first? If you're able to minimalize your losses, I guess then you're setting up your ground. Once you're setting
Hmm.
up the ground, then let's talk about 2x returns, profits, portfolio, diversifying your portfolio and everything. But that comes at a later stage.
Hmm.
Okay. And I guess it's more about the awareness and more about, how these person now, as KS Rao sir was saying right now, many of the youngsters or many of the uh, people in the investing landscape now, idolize Kamath brothers a lot. They look up to them. They, see what are they doing, how are they investing, and everything. Now, when such personalities speak about, how exactly investing happens, or how their journey has been, people draw inspiration. People understand the ground realities. Okay, it's not as glamorous as, I'm driving a G wagon, I'm driving, I'm going across the city. It's not that. So I guess it's more about the awareness. It's more about
Hmm.
the ground reality. It's more about, not focusing on the profit initially, but try to minimize your losses first. Control.
Those are
If you're
some
able to
great points.
yeah, if you're able to control your losses, you are, stepping initially into the investing landscape. And
I
yeah,
guess I guess you could say it's about managing expectations and managing choices in life, right?
absolutely.
All right. Taking that forward, Harsh, let me bring you in because the Goyal School of Finance that emphasizes mindful financial planning. So, in this context of managing expectations and managing choice, what are the key investment choices that individuals can make when we look at, let's say, because the obvious motivators would be reducing taxable income and accelerating sort of early wealth building. So, from the lens of tax and early wealth building, how can investment choices be tweaked?
Interesting. See, for me, when I entered stock market in 2010, right, and we all of us have heard that trading is very risky and stock market is very glamorous from outside. But I feel it's a very human thing to get attracted to trading first. When I entered stock markets, I entered because I wanted to double my money in a day or two. That was the sole purpose when I entered. I think most of the viewers watching this would have that same attraction. It's only with time that you realize that if you're a good trader, you will not be a trader for long because the real money is in investment, and that is how you actually make it. And trust me, I've never seen any trader in my life who I know personally who's been profitable or at least beating the index for a consistent period of 3 years. I have seen none. I have seen people finishing before it. And to adding to what Mr. Rao said about the SEBI report, I think about 90% of the traders are not profitable in FNO. And this is, I don't have any quantitative data to back this up, but according to my experience, the 10% traders who are profitable, 80% of them are not even beating the returns of the index. So first thing one needs to realize is that it will take time for you to understand investment, and you need to have a maturity to understand that there is some immaturity when you enter stock markets, irrespective of whatever age you enter, irrespective of however much experience you have. I think this is one journey that everyone goes through. And what I quote people is that since 2020, I think most of the viewers would be active in stock markets since 2020. Look at since 2020, where has the index outperformed? And if they are trading, they can see their trading portfolio or see others, people around them, not specifically on the internet, to see have they beaten the index for the past 3 years, past 3-4 years. And I think majority of the cases, the answer would be clear no. So this, I feel, should bring a great, it should light a bulb in all of us that investing is the real answer. So when we talk about mindful investing, the key, the basics are the same. You invest in a good business, that business that you understand. Like we all see Shark Tank, right? How I approach stock market is that all of us are sharks, and the stocks presented to us are like companies, right? And we need to ask them questions. What is your ROI? What is the industry? What is the scope? And when we are seeing Shark Tank, we see, okay, I think this company will do well. Or you should have invested here. The same approach, the basic approach needs to be taken in stock markets. The most stock markets can be, your investments can be as simple as you want them to be. And at the same time, they can be as complicated as they want them to be. The key is same. You read any great investor is to invest in good businesses. That is the only key. And yeah, and I think if one is doing this, so the probability is extremely high that things will turn out very well from him, seeing the current scenario of what India has and how lucky we are to see this growth of a country. So yeah.
An investor education and awareness initiative of Aditya Birla Sun Life Mutual Fund. Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents carefully.